What is up, guys? In this video, I want to talk about today is some cultural things that you may find a bit frustrating or that can be a little annoying to deal with. And I know in the year that I've been living here, I'm still trying to make these cultural adjustments. So I figured I would make this video to help you guys out, just so you know in advance before you get here, so you're not taken by surprise, sort of how I was. So starting off with number one. Colombians do not like to say no, and it's actually considered rude in their culture. So if you are coming from a place like the United States or the UK or maybe even Australia, probably almost anywhere else besides Colombia, where you're used to getting direct answers, yes, no, it can be a bit frustrating to deal with here. And it's so bad here to the extent of where most people generally will just say yes to either plans, or if you're dating, a girl will say yes to a date, or if you're asking for a number, they'll give you the number. As I said, because they don't want to say no, it's considered rude, but later come up with some kind of excuse or some elaborate lie to get out of whatever it is that they made plans for or committed to. So this can be something that's extremely annoying to deal with, and it's also hard to adjust to yourself, or definitely for me, not saying no to people and then later basically flaking on them, or basically lying and saying, oh, something else came up. So this can be something that is a bit of a cultural, I wouldn't say shock, but definitely something big culturally that can be hard getting adjusted to. So going into number two, and that is Colombians love to help. And it's so much so, even, let's just say, for example, right? You ask for directions and they don't quite know exactly. They will kind of just give you their guesstimate just because they want to help. Now, it can be a good thing or a bad thing. Love someone who is, want to be helpful, but if where I need to go is straight, one left turn and a right turn, but you're telling me you only know I need to go straight, but then you tell me take a right turn and a left turn, it's going to throw me off completely, and it almost probably will take me longer versus if you would have just said I don't know, or just go straight. And in this area you might have to ask somebody else, from a little bit more clear directions, whatever. But yeah, it's just how Colombians are. So going into the next one, and that is definitely a cultural difference, but I want to say something that's weird or frustrating, just something different, is that Colombians, I don't want to say that they're racial terms, but they will call you by your description. If they don't know your name, it might be, hey flaca, hey gordo, hey negro, hey blanca, hey rubia. It's going to be by, basically how you look. So for some people, this can be different and a little bit, offensive, but it's just Colombian culture. It is how it is here. So it's definitely something to get used to. I didn't find anything wrong with it. I haven't taken any offense to it. Generally, I haven't been called, negro, but sometimes it may happen. Usually with older people, you'll get something like, I've been called joven, which basically means young in Spanish. So, it's basically, they're just going off of your description because they don't have a name or something. So something else that's a little bit different. And I'm going to say the last one here, it's not very much like a what the fuck or whatever, but it's just definitely something different. Colombians love to brush their teeth. It's something that I've noticed. They're very big on oral hygiene here. So oftentimes they will carry toothbrushes with them, which just can be a little weird or different, because normally in the States, we leave our toothbrushes at home. We may brush our teeth at breakfast, and we may brush it after dinner before we go to bed in the evening. But usually we're not carrying it around to brush our teeth after every time we eat. I have seen that here. It even surprised me when I had a girl who was going to spend a night, and you know, she whipped out her toothbrush and asked for toothpaste. So I'm like, why are you carrying a toothbrush around? Are you homeless or what? But it's just, you know, how some of them are. Even they'll bring their toothbrushes to work, and after they eat lunch, go brush their teeth, you know, at work. So definitely something a little bit different. But yeah, those are it for like my, you know, crazy cultural differences thing. So that's it for this video, guys. Appreciate you watching, and until the next one, peace.